Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys really quick. And when I asked what this reading was going to be about, what I heard is trying to fix things. Trying to fix things. What are you trying to fix now? What are you trying to fix? What is that? What is that? So, I have a song running through my head while I get the cards ready. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them want to be amused. Hold your head up, moving on. All right. I need that song out of my head. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. And it's just that the same thing over and over. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Okay. Here we go. Let's get started. Okay. Here goes. Let us get started. Some of them want to use you. Get out of my head. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're not going to start with nonstop dinging. Okay. We're just not going to do it today. Trying to fix things. So for some of us, we have a tendency to try and fix situations and people that we didn't even break. Okay. I happened to see that video earlier this morning. And when I was asking what exactly is the reading going to be about, that same message kept playing over and over and over. Right. And then, of course, that song starts playing in my head too. So the lyrics, some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Okay. The situations that you think you're being recruited by soul to fix, are you really? Or is this a case of the people project where you're taking it upon yourself to be responsible for other people's dysfunction, right? And if that's the case, which I used to do that quite a bit, I realize that the reason I do that is because it gives me a legitimate excuse to not work on my own traumas, not work on my own dysfunction. So trying to fix things, that takes it into a different realm of possible meaning, allowing yourself to think of things like that definitely takes it to a different place of possible meaning. So this is about feeling very disempowered, feeling very, very insecure, allowing your imagination to affect the process that helps you to come home to yourself, that helps you to see exactly who in your life or who you would like to have in your life that has the capacity to empower you through your process. This is about a process. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Ooh. Ooh. Are you offering to help someone fix their wounds so that you have a legitimate excuse to be in their proximity? You just want so badly to be around them that you would suffer the fool for them, that you would allow yourself to kind of this is not good. We're going to have to redirect the reading. We're going to have to redirect where this conversation goes. Pisces and empaths. If the only way you can be around someone is with a promise of overgiving, of being their problem solver, all of these really hefty type obligatory things, is that person really even worth your effort, your time, your energy? Like, are you selling yourself short? Are you allowing yourself? Are you allowing yourself? Are you allowing yourself to be used? Are you more than just allowing yourself? Are you volunteering for someone to use you? Or is someone doing this to you? That the lyric keeps playing over and over. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. That's a very unhealthy, very, very, very unhealthy interaction. I don't know which one it is for you. I think you already know which one it is for you. And it's on you. It's on you. So, intention in reverse. I think for some people, they don't really know what their intentions are. I think what they're thinking about, the only thing they're thinking about is finding a reason and a way to be able to, oh my God, my hair is starting to tangle in the back. You would just scrunch it, scrunch it, scrunch it. It'll look intentional. I think for some people, they've entered into a very toxic cycle again. Okay. I don't know. This is someone who's very ungrounded. They're having a lot of issues within their journey, within their understanding of what it is they're trying to learn or being tasked to learn by soul. And there's still time. Spring is not completely done. If you allow yourself to learn the things you need to learn during spring, things will go okay. Things will go okay. You'll have the time and the opportunity to shift whatever this negative cycle is. It feels like it's just been initiated. It feels like it's just been initiated. Initiation. Oh, that's what it is. It feels like it's just been initiated, like it's just been started. I'm kind of thinking that maybe, even for myself, this cycle that was initiated by soul, a cycle of trying to correct any type of distortions that occurred a long time ago. Maybe it's not about correcting the cycles. Maybe it's about understanding, seeing, being very clear within yourself that you have to choose differently than you did back then. And that's why this is being brought around, so that you could see you have different options. Maybe this time you can choose yourself. Maybe this time you can choose your peace. Maybe this time you won't allow yourself to be used as a doormat, right? Or maybe my perception is skewed. I don't know. But it's this sense of maybe this time around you're supposed to choose you. Because maybe this whole time you've been thinking and feeling like if I had just done more, if I didn't let go, if I this, if I that, what did the other person do? Did they put in that effort? Why does it always have to be on you? Right? So it's not about tit for tat. It's about recognizing that sometimes when it's not a mutual reciprocated effort, when it's not a mutual reciprocated emotion, attraction, you got to just let it go. You got to just let it go. You got to, ooh, oh my, someone just got real sad. Let it go, anyways. Go, anyways. If they didn't have the courage and maturity to work with you to make things work previously, and they don't have the courage or maturity to do it a second time around, what are you holding on to? What are you holding on to? A memory of a possible potentiality that was never tapped into by the person who owns that potential? Let it go. Let them go. Allow the space to be created for something that's more worthy of you, and the ways in which you would devote yourself, the ways in which you would commit to the development of a mutually beneficial whatever it is, friendship, relationship, work partnership. You know, I think we got to start letting go of the things that have never served our growth except through punishing you. Right? There are some people who maybe at some point in their life they discovered the most hurtful thing they can do is withhold themselves and their energy, and that's why they do it, not because they're not interested, but because they want to punish you. Why care about people like that? There's so much of you that has the capacity to love so deeply. Why don't you only allow the people who have the maturity and the respect to receive your love in a healthy way rather than using your love to punish you? Why don't you allow those type of people to be around you? There are many people like that in this world who would never hold you hostage by way of withholding themselves. Maybe that's why you feel so insecure in your life, because you're surrounded by people who withhold themselves anytime you don't do what they demand without using words. I'm just saying. That really sucks. That really sucks. I don't like manipulative people. Are you even able to develop a long-term healthy connection, a healing connection with someone who's manipulative? Is that even possible? This concept of your love will heal them and make them whole. I don't know about that. I have the capacity to love so many people. So many people, and I've done that over the years. Just really love people beyond what they thought they deserved with no expectations of even any type of gratitude. Definitely no expectation of reciprocity. And now it's looking back, I'm like, what did I do that for? I deserve at the very least reciprocity, where you are willing to go as far for me as I am for you. There is nothing to fix with other people. When they show you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe them the first time. Because I promise you they weren't lying. I promise you they did not intend for you to see that about them. There was this one person that I was developing kind of like a work relationship with, possible friendship. I was very tentative in that. I felt like there might be some type of resonance. And you know, there was some reverberations between us. and I don't know, something just kept making me feel like, I'm just going to watch a little bit longer. And I kept telling myself, well, that's a good thing, right? Because the people that I become fast friends with, they have a tendency to be like demon horita. Because I'm drawn to demon horitas. I don't know. I'm drawn to dark things and dark people. I am. And I kept hesitating, and I was like, well, that's a good thing, because then that tells me this has a potentiality to be something very long term and a very real type of connection. And I kept watching and observing. This person started an entire cluster fluff between two formidable corporations. And I was smack dab in the middle of it. And I was like, what the fuck did you just do? Neither corporation knows I have. I have the screenshots of everything. Yeah, I have the screenshots of everything that could launch a full on, completely destructive legal battle between them. And I'm just like, I can't believe you dragged me into this. And I didn't explain anything. I saw what I needed to see. There was no reason for that issue to be created between two corporations. You gave information, delicate information, to a competitor. And then you confided all this in me so that I could be like your what? Your crime partner? And I was just like, now I know why I hesitated. I've seen enough. No text messages, or emails, or anything are going to be answered at this point. I don't need to explain to you what you already know you did. I don't need to explain nothing to you. You know what you did. You went to a competitor and gave delicate information, the entire roster of all of their clientele. And then when you saw what that corporation did, you went back to the other corporation. I just got to tell you a little something. And then you back out. Now they're going at it like, oh, complete with claims of they just need to calm down. Jesus wouldn't want us to sue each other. Jesus would want to flog you in the square for what you created. And I should have known. Actually, I did know, but I wanted to wait and see just how accurate my perception is. I know I was thinking about I was thinking about going to the first corporation and be like, "Hey, I don't want to tell you why I'm telling you this, but your entire your entire team needs to sign an NDA and non-compete agreement because you got some holes in your ship, buddy." I'm saying the first time that I interacted privately with this individual, it was already a thing of like, why are you encouraging me to make a post so that all the clients will go to your new company? Why would I do that? I didn't say anything. I was just like, oh, yeah, I don't go in that group. People show you who they are. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix. They are who they are. Um, once you hit a certain part of your development, who you are is solidified. It is solidified. And it's going to take tremendous trauma, upheaval to change that. For some people, it even takes like a near death experience before they're willing to change. So, how does this apply to you trying to fix things all the time? Are you trying to fix someone else? Or are you trying to fix the mirror that stands before you? Are you drawn to people because you see something in them that's a reflection of the part of you that's hurting the most? Like this person that I was drawn to, um, it was kind of this thing of like, I identified within them the part of me that had been burned by other people. The part of me where I was poorly treated the moment someone thought that they no longer needed me and the benefits of me. Now, whether that's what really happened with that individual or not, that's how I choose to see that situation. And that's why I was drawn to them, right? Because it was a reflection of the parts of me that have been betrayed by other people. But here's the thing, I don't go and betray other people. I just walk away. I walk away. So when I began to see, like, okay, these parts, these are not reflections of me. I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't want no part of it. And you are a massive liability for any corporation. I'm good off you. I'm good off you. I'm so good off you. See, when you begin to see that what you're actually drawn to is not the person, but the way the person reflects parts of you that have gone unhealed for so long, you'll begin to recognize you're not even drawn to the person. What you want is to heal yourself, trying to fix things. What are you trying to fix? What are you trying to fix? So Sandy D says, had a near death experience and still mess with him. Clearly, you know what you're doing. Maybe you just like to punish yourself. Some people do. Some people do. Some people prefer to surround themselves with those, and this is a general statement. Some people prefer to surround themselves with those who are emotionally unavailable because they know that person will never love them in the way they deserve and will instead validate this pain that exists within them, a pain that you consistently will seek external validation for. It's like when someone, does self mutilation, that type of thing, where they have an internal pain and they need a physical pain to associate it with so they can release it. It's like that. You need an externalized stimulator to pour salt in the wound so that you can be like, see, that's this is why. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. There are different things that you need to manifest, and whatever it is you're going to manifest, if you don't start consciously choosing what it's going to be, your autumn is going to go upside down again. I think you need to really make sure that if you are actually ready to go through that healing process, um you have to remove all the toxic. It's like if you're going to have surgery to remove a tumor, you have to remove the entire thing. You don't just take off the largest pieces and save other parts for later, right? It has to be a clean cut. I've never understood the people who um, remain friends with exes. I mean, if you have children together, you have to be friendly with each other. It's not healthy for the children for you to be at odds. But this thing of like thinking that you can, break up and just continue with being friends, like there needs to be a period where there's absolutely nothing, because that's the only way that I can think of to recalibrate what that dynamic is. And then some of you have an energy similar to mine where it's like, oh, ooh, 85% at 858, 85858, ooh, 53, 27, 20. Whoa, sorry. It's lots of eights. It's a lot of eights. Yeah. I mean, if your energy is similar to my own, people is not going to suddenly change the way they see you. They're still going to have that type of view of you even after you've broken up. And even if you don't remain friends, they're going to have that same view, right? So, I don't know. Y'all are probably just more mature than me. I don't know. I don't stay friends with exes. Why? Why? I don't understand the point of that. I just don't. I don't understand the point of that. Are we fixing or healing? That's a really good question, Lisa. Are we fixing or healing? There's a fine line. Maybe the healing is harder than fixing, and we're getting it confused. Healing is forever. Sometimes a quick fix is temporary. Yep. When you heal yourself, you're taking ownership of the process and the healing that is a result of the process, the end result of that process. When you fix things, it's like an externalized thing where someone else did this and I'm just fixing it. You know what I'm saying? So, the void. Yep. So, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Okay. So I'm wondering if this is regarding someone, right? The void, trying to fix things. So someone is existing basically as a void, and you're over here trying to return back to a place of sovereign. You're trying to be a sovereign over your own life. They are observing you as you do this. There's this observation that's taking place, and what they're seeing is the death of the connections that once connected you. And it's almost like, is this like a trauma bond? Is that what it is? Because there were strings that connected you, right? And you've pulled away, and they've observed as you pulled away, and those strings of fate are taut. They are tight. And so now there's this death that's occurring, the death of the parts of you that agree to allow this connection to continue, right? Because you're entering into a space of self-love where your love for yourself and your understanding of yourself is what you're focusing on. All right. And that's causing someone to enter into an upside down, very distorted shadow. A very distorted shadow, right? You are the weaver. You have the ability to continue weaving, continue spinning this yarn, this thread that keeps you connected, entangled. Or as the weaver, don't you have the authority to cut the string and decide that project is done? Ooh. Is that what you're about to do? Are you about to cut the strings because you've decided this project is finally done? Mm. I'm wondering if you've taken the step that was necessary to move forward, right? This step that, sorry, my part was hurting my head. I'm wondering if you're ready to take the step to move forward free of this situation, whatever situation. Um, find the courage. Find the courage. Find the courage to keep cutting the strings that have frayed, the strings that are no longer usable, the strings that don't do anything except create chaos. Find the courage to use the tools that your life has given you. I think you've gone through so much and you haven't processed most of it. And because you haven't processed most of it, you're left fairly unaware of just how well equipped you are to handle every single situation in your life. When I was still operating strictly from a place of trauma, because I have experienced quite a bit of trauma in life, when I was operating strictly from a place of trauma, I had no idea how powerful I am and how much I can accomplish, how formidable I am. And now I have a very clear understanding of just how much I can get done. And I know my understanding is going to continue to develop and expand, just as my abilities and capacity will continue to develop and expand. Armed with this type of awareness, I don't know that I would ever be willing to shrink myself again for anyone. For anyone. My publicly viewable presence upsets you? Sounds like a you problem. It upsets you seeing me what? Realizing that I'm capable and don't need you? Again, sounds like a you problem. You're upset and hurt that I'm continuing to function even in your absence? Still sounds like a you problem. None of that is our concern. Our? Who is our? Me and my greatness, my unfuckwithableness. Our. It's none of our concern. um, ask your body. Ask your body where on you this connection has been plugged in, right? I think you'll find that your attention is brought to the places that have been achy and hurting for quite some time, and you don't know why. You're over here thinking that you're injured when in reality, it's nothing but an emotional trauma that needs to be let go of. So let go. Some people will fake that they have the courage to let you go. But in reality, all they do is look for ways to hold on, ways to still keep tabs, ways to kind of just, are you really going to be okay without me? There's no way you can be okay without me. Yeah, no, there is a way. There's been a way. There's been a way this whole time. Why do you think they're so weirded out that you're doing fine? While they continue to shrink themselves, while they continue to suffer, that's not something you're wishing on someone. I mean, are you? Are you wishing that someone suffers in your absence? I have a very clear understanding that when I withhold myself, it's not necessarily to punish you. Sometimes, yeah. There's been a couple of times where I've just been like, fuck you, guess what? Ha! Cut off. There's been a few times, right? Like maybe, I don't know, how many stalkers do I have? But I think that you'll find that for the most part, you haven't been trying to hurt someone. It's just someone's been hurting because their own stupidity. Oh, I said what I said. You want me to dance around the topic? I said what I said because it's stupidity. When someone means so much to you, you don't treat them like crap. You don't withhold yourself. You don't play these games where you end up losing and then you cry about it afterwards. You need some tissue? I'll Amazon Prime it to you. But you, my dear, are out because guess what? You removed yourself. You removed yourself. So, now that we have that out of the way, higher perspective. Allowing yourself to see things from a much higher perspective, a perspective where you are sitting on the throne in the throne room that was custom designed for you. Baby boo, you even chose the fabrics and the degree of curve on that special seat. Yours. You belong there, not someone else. And just because you've allowed someone to sit there for a period of time does not mean that was rightfully their place. Because you love someone, they have what? Irrevocable claim to you and your heart. My heart is a sanctuary. The most broken are the ones who are invited to stay there for a time. That doesn't mean it gives you dominion over me. It means at some point I identified you as hurting more than I. And because of my compassion, I felt bad and I tried to help. You need to begin seeing things for what they are. Sometimes people are only as special as you believe them to be. And the moment you begin to see them for who they are, that sense of them being special starts to go away. It starts to go away, unless, of course, they can find the courage and the maturity to be able to communicate with you and show you why they stood out to you in the first place. No more creating stories for people, stories that absolve them of their sins against you. No, you don't have to hold a grudge, but you do have to stop making excuses for these people. You have to stop with the excuses that you create, these storylines as to why their behaviors should be allowed. No. No. All right. Stay within your space of integrity. Your integrity must be directed at you and more than anyone else, right? You have to know that the things you decide for yourself are things that help to maintain, help to support, help to protect your integrity. Okay. Sacred journey. Not everyone's journey is sacred. That's just bottom line. Oh my God, Emmy. Oh, get over it. Not everyone's journey is sacred. Hey, when you keep acting like your journey is not sacred, I need to start believing it. It's not my place to try and convince you of your divinity. And when you don't behave in a divine way, I have to just let you be in your non divine existence. About me thinking I'm better than other people. It's about me allowing myself to see the truth that you don't conduct yourself in a way that's in alignment with what I deserve and what I'm worthy of. And I will not shrink myself down to make you feel more comfortable. And since you will not raise yourself up to be my equal that I know you to be, this is done. It's done. Trying to fix things. How about instead of trying to fix other people, we go ahead and allow ourselves to fix the perception we have that allows us to think that we are everyone else's saviors. You're not saving other people, you're saving the part of you that's reflected in someone else's journey. That's what you're saving. That's what you're drawn to. That's where the resonance is. Their pain matches your pain, a pain that you choose not to recognize. I used to love trying to save other people. I used to love it. I used to feel like that was my purpose. That's what I'm here for. If you mistreat me, I mean, it's okay because you're wounded. You're hurting. I get it. You feel safe with me, and that's why you do that. And no, hey, baby boo, listen. I'm only gonna say this once, okay? Fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. You don't know what I just said? Rewind it and listen to it again. No, when you treat me badly, I don't need to take into consideration what you've been through because guess what? You're making me go through something right now, something I don't deserve. And so, only thing I need to consider is how much more of this am I going to tolerate? Not much more? Okay, good. Perfect, girlfriend. Perfect. What should I do now that I'm not going to tolerate much more? Move forward? Absolutely. Absolutely. Move forward. Let yourself move forward. It's all good. It's all good. You're super worried about what's going to happen to them. They're going to continue with the same cycles. I promise you. It's the same cycles. They never really didn't needed you to continue with their cycles. They weren't trying to exit out of the cycles. They didn't need you to continue it. You kept volunteering to participate. You kept volunteering to participate. And that's why you were part of that. Um, but yeah, no, they're going to keep doing the same thing just with other people. If that bothers you, the knowledge that they're going to keep doing the same toxic things with other people that they were doing with you, that means you weren't interested in helping them heal. You're suddenly feeling jealous. That means you like to stay in those cycles of hurt. And that is what you need to address. That right there is the very thing that needs you the most. Not the person that's being used as a delivery method, the person who's being used as the mirror for you to see clearly the parts of you that need you the most. You've forgotten how strong you are. If you allow yourself to be still, you'll see a reflection beautifully in your life. But because you choose not to see a reflection, you dull your shine. You dull your shine intentionally, unintentionally, I'm not sure, but you end up dulling your shine. You have to surrender to the process that you're in. What process are you in? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a painful process. And I don't want to diminish the type of confusion and pain that you are feeling. But it's time to let it go. How long have you waited for a resolution? How long have you waited for absolution from your sins, your perceived sins? Regardless of how long you've waited, guess what? I'm an ordained minister. I absolve you of your sins right now. You're now sin free. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Do you want to be baptized right now? I'm literally an ordained minister. I'm a pastor. I'll absolve you of your sins. Will that help you? If you need someone to absolve you, let me know. I have the courage to do so. I have the courage to remove that obligatory weight off of your shoulders. Oh, Emmy, you can't, blah, blah. I don't care what you say. Is you God? Unless God tells me, girlfriend, don't do that, I'm going to do what my heart tells me to do. I'm tired of my community hurting over things they no longer need to hurt over. You take ownership of a pain that was meant to simply inspire your learning, but instead of learning, you took ownership of that pain. You wouldn't let it go because then you were able to finally justify your suffering. Divinity never wanted you to suffer. It was your trauma. Your trauma, not divinity. Mother Earth and rebirth. You're hurting so much that you're rejecting the human experience. The human experience is supposed to be a densified experience, one that carries within it the density of pain, the perception of suffering. Do you have to suffer? No. Do you have pain? Well, I mean, unless you can find another way to actually, you know, learn what you need to learn. Pain is the most efficient teacher, and the only reason we have to feel pain when we learn is because as humans, it's the most efficient teacher, and unfortunately, soul is efficient. So that's why. I can add a fire baptism to the 555 portal. It's a power portal. It's a power portal. On top of that, it's a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. We're in eclipse season. So I'll be doing a fire ceremony on the 5th, and we definitely can do one then. That will be extra potent. If you'd like to be baptized into our church, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm ready for our community to feel empowered and to burn away that obligatory suffering. You were never asked to suffer. And the people who withhold themselves from you in an attempt to cause you to suffer, they're bitches. They are cowardly, manipulative, and absolutely unworthy of you. I mean, every word I've said, Every word I've said, I mean it. They're unworthy of you. Anyone who's worthy of you, you'll feel it and they'll reciprocate. Limitless. You are limitless, also limitless in the ways in which you choose to suffer. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. There you go, Amanda. Go ahead and add some more exclamation points. Let your passion loose upon this screen. No, I'm saying, girlfriend, go ahead, yo, write it. Let your let your aggression out. I mean, not towards me, but let it out. Just release it. Y'all just made my morning amazing. Y'all just made my morning amazing. I just, you know what I'm saying? These bitches. Say it like E40. Bitches. Okay, let me stop. Okay, there's demonic shit happening. Yeah, what's new? Anyways. Okay. There's an attempt at interference, but it's being blocked. Cock block. You know what I'm saying? It's being blocked. Whatever. Try harder, bitches. Try harder, bitches. Okay. I better quit sitting around. I'm having too much fun. Okay, you need to allow yourself to observe the very reasons why you feel betrayed, because I don't think someone betrayed you. I think your expectations that are not aligned with the reality of the person is what betrayed you. Your expectations did you dirty, boo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And did you so dirty. Let me fix this part because it hurts. It hurts. You just told your mom that I absolved you of your sins and she doesn't believe it? That's why. That's why you keep holding on to the trauma. Let mom know I said that. You keep holding on to the trauma because your mom doesn't believe that you have the capacity to be absolved of a sin that was never yours to begin with. You might have made poor decisions at some point, but you don't need to be flogged because of poor decisions. Poor decision making is part of the learning process. And if even your mother won't absolve you, won't believe that you have the capacity to be absolved, you won't believe you can absolve yourself. That's how it works. I need to have a conversation with your mom. I need to let her know that although I support her decision to be the mother that she is, I will have to respectfully disagree with the ways in which she is not encouraging her own daughter to be absolved of the pain that causes her to seek the continuation of that pain. Let your mother know. I bear the mark of someone who has committed my life to the development of my divinity and my divine purpose. Okay. I am anointed. I am an anointed one. And yeah, I'm joking. But really, this is the medallion. It's a St. Benedict medallion. It's a medallion they give people who enter into the seminary to shield you from the reach and influence of Satan. Seriously, I've had it for quite some time. Anyways, you need to observe the ways in which you are trying to convince yourself that you deserve punishment, that you deserve, I don't know what, if my hair would just chill out. Hi. Girl, stop. Can you just Look at that. Okay. That's why I wear hats. Twin ray healing, but it's in reverse. You're not going to heal that mofo. You're not. You're not going to heal that person. What you need to do is heal yourself so that you're no longer externalizing the parts of you that need your attention. Okay? Dark interference. There are agents of darkness around you. Yeah, no, don't listen to the people who serve as a dark interference, the ones who convince you or try to convince you that you can't overcome the things that you need to overcome, right? Oh, that's interesting. Are you guys homies? Is that what it is? My mother is here. um my mother is here. You told her and she's speechless. Tell her thank you for actually hearing what I had to say, because if she didn't actually hear what I had to say, she would have had a retort. And I appreciate the fact that she has enough respect to consider my personal perception of the circumstance you shared. It means a lot. It does. So there's a dark interference that's trying to take place, right? There's this dark interference, probably something demonic, full on. I don't think you're trying to attract this to you. I think it's your distorted perceptions, your distorted thoughts that are attracting this to you, is being brought to you because you keep surging the energy to be able to reach a higher level of dimensional frequency, a consciousness band that you have not occupied yet. And as you jump upwards, you reach a higher level of understanding of what it is you're going through. But here's the thing, until you jump up, you're just going to be surging so much frequency, and it's just going to be everywhere. You're flinging light everywhere, like you're just sprinkle some glitter, and it attracts these demonic things. They're drawn to that type of energy. It's like the stem cell. You know, when you go through a trauma induced accretion, when you go through an ascension cycle, as part of your ascension mechanics, you'll begin to surge frequency. And oftentimes, this frequency is not just your own, it's commingled with God's seed. God's seed is like a stem cell, etheric stem cell. It has a capacity to become whatever it is you need it to be. You need to heal some heart stuff, it can become heart stuff. You need to heal some sacral stuff, it can become the sacral stuff. You can use it to heal so much of yourself. But if you're just going to sit there and just keep surging, you're going to draw all of this parasitic thing to you. And then it's going to suck. If you need a parasitic, you're going to need a parasitic extraction eventually. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm actually not a tarot card reader, despite the fact that I know how and am fully capable of using cards for divination. I'm actually not a tarot card reader. I'm not. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. I'm not a tarot card reader. I have a specialty in parasitic extraction. I have the term trademarked. I pioneer the field of parasitic extraction and demonology. Why do you think I have a Saint Benedict medallion tattooed onto me? Yeah. I am very well versed in their behaviors, their mindset perceptions, how to negate it. I'm also very well versed in aura spectra bioregenesis. That's the system I created. You're going to draw these things to you, and it's going to be nonstop. And if you allow yourself to do the healing that's necessary, rather than accumulating all of this very sparkly God seed energy outside of your internal energetic structures, it will go where it needs to go, and you'll be able to heal the things that need to be healed. And you'll do so with minimal interference from parasitic things, AKA demons. I call them parasitic because it takes away the inbred fear. Religion has bred into us a fear of things that are demonic, when in actuality, they're nothing more than tutors. They help you to learn the things you need to learn, but refuse to learn in the classroom of light. I've long lost my fear of demonic things. So there's a soul separation that was the initiator of all of this. There was a separation that occurred, and it seems like someone doesn't know how to deal with it, and yeah, okay. You don't know how to deal with it, so find a way to deal with it. Find a way to process. Because for the person that doesn't know how to deal with how to process a separation that's caused this perpetual pain, right? Like, first off, you're bleeding everywhere. You're bleeding all over people who were never even there when you were injured, when the wound was first inflicted. Be a little bit considerate of the way your wounds affect people in your life now. Secondly, there's been such a massive influx of people trying to pay me to promote things. No. 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 No, not unless it's something I'm already using and love so much. No, I'm not promoting Jack Diddley Squad. You don't care about my message and what I stand for. You went on Social Blade and you looked at my reach and you saw how marketable I am, and you want to take advantage of that, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm not an influencer. I'm a content creator with integrity. I create content for the soul, not for consumption. So, unless your product is in alignment with the reality and truth of who I am, there's not enough money for you to pay me to advertise anything. So, the person who's tripping about the separation, like, you really got to get that under control. You really, really do, because it's just affecting every aspect of your life. It's affecting every aspect of your life. If you don't have the courage to step forward and reconnect with whoever you were separated from so that you could possibly begin your process of healing, then let it go completely. Stop with this in between. Seriously, it's not even a healthy type of in between. It's just super toxic. You've kept yourself in a holding pattern that has hurt you over and over and over. At this point, how many years have gone by? How many years have gone by since that separation occurred and you've been hurting over it? How many years? Because for every year that you allowed to pass without doing something to correct whatever hurt you and cause a separation, that is a wasted year. And I know for damn sure you're sitting there blaming the other person because they hurt you. No, at this point, you've perpetuated it. It's not someone else. You've committed yourself to perpetuating the pain that might have been initiated at the start by someone having a differing perception than yours. So there's no one you can blame. After a certain point, it's all you, boo. It's all you. So if you don't like it, do something about it. I'm not trying to sit here and just antagonize you. Your shit is antagonizing me. I don't deal well with this kind of, like, just stuck in. Do something about it. That antagonizes me. It irritates the shit out of me. I don't do well in those type of things. I'm very quick to be like, oh, okay, issue. All right. I'm going to find a solution. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Anyone who knows me really, really well knows this about me. One time, my brother was teasing me, but he was so serious because he was totally like, yeah, my sister solves anything. Start a problem, she'll fucking fix it. And I'm like, what are you telling strangers? What? You fix everything. Don't tell strangers to start a problem so that I can fix it. What is wrong with you? Yeah, but it's true. It's true. Exactly. Capricorn moon. If I see a problem, I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to sit there and contemplate. Like, if you can't do it using route A, then check out route B, C, D, E until you find the proper route. I don't want to hear about what doesn't work more than one time. And the first time you tell me it doesn't work, you better be in the process of trying the second, third, fourth, fifth routes. Because, bitch, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. You're a Cap sun. Lies. What is your moon? I'm sorry, Sandy. What is your moon for real? What is your moon? What is your rising? I want to know where the toxicity is. Cap sun. It's not tempered right. There's something that's off kilter. What's your north node and south node? Aries. That's where you fucked up. That's why. If you I'm being totally serious. If you balance, see, and then the Aquarius, and nobody can tell you nothing because nothing, and then you pair that with an Aries, oh, boo. You'd rather burn down the world than admit that you need to do something. This is why I cannot do astrology for people, because I'm gonna be like, see, that's where you fucked up. Shit, you're fucked. And the Piscean in me is like, oh, girl, you shouldn't have said that. The Cap in me is like, sit down, ho. Ain't nobody talking to you anyways. I will stop. Oh, God. Mindy, I didn't go for her jugular. I went for the carotid. Hello. At least I didn't go for the brachial. Okay. I'm saying right here is so much more savage. There, you could just go like this. Just wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay. Ooh. Now, I'm not trying to talk shit about Aries, but I will say that if you have Aries in a prominent placement and then you get off kilter a little bit, ooh, good God. Good God. Holy shit, the commitment to the fuckery is insane. I mean, that's some stamina right there. Oh my God, it's kind of impressive. The toxic parts of me are like, damn, boo, that's impressive. So, okay, what you probably need to do is work on whatever jilted the Aries portion of you, because that fire is just too much, and you're just holding it. You're holding that fire with no, and then you have Aquarius in there, and that's fanning more flames, but it's directed at you, not where it needs to be directed. That's why. Mm-hmm. 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 Your north node is in Pisces, so your south node is in Virgo. You're very meticulous in the way you sabotage yourself. What? I'm telling you, like, I get astrology, but I don't. You know what I mean? I get astrology, but I don't. So, okay, abundance. Allow yourself to take in the positive abundance, not the toxic stuff. Okay. You know, fire cleanser in reverse, allowing yourself to kind of put out some of those fires that you've started. You don't need a trash can fire on every block. Okay, Sandy. Temper the Aries and Aquarius. They working together to really mess you up. Leslie, what's your other signs? Hold on. And then the Capricorn. Oh my gosh, the commitment of Capricorn. But see, Sandy, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. If you can get right side up, oh my God, you can go hard, just as hard as you go, sometimes even harder than the way you're doing it upside down. However far you can go into the self-sabotage, and this is a general statement at this point, however far you can go into the self-sabotage is how far you can go into the conscious creation of the life you want. You just gotta switch it on out. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, invoke the Orphan in reverse. You don't need protection from this because you're creating it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I guess at the end of this reading, the main message is like, I mean, do something. Do something to change the situation. You can do it. You can do it. Not change someone else's situation, but change your own. Change your own circumstance. Just change it. Allow yourself. How about one of you tell me, I'll pick one of you. Tell me your sun, moon, or rising. And also Venus, and I'll see what's going on. I want to see if I could do it. If I could accurately read you with my minimal distorted knowledge of astrology. My very limited minimal knowledge. I'll see. But I mean, don't be mad at me if I make you cry because you know. Okay. Ooh, Nancy, we twinning. Okay. Okay. These are very interesting. I get a blip of things that you struggle with as I see your primary placements. All right. So there was one. Here, Catherine. So Cap, Sun, Virgo, rising, Cancer, Moon. Your Cancer is who you really are. And if that becomes distorted in childhood, it becomes very, very toxic. Because of that toxicity that's in your moon from the distortions created through childhood, your Capricorn Sun has been miscalibrated. With Capricorn, it just keeps going. It's just singular focus and it keeps going. So for a period of time, you are very singularly focused on punishing yourself because the Cancer moon ties into the mother. And that's the feel that I get from your energy. I don't know if that applies to actual astrology, but the Cancer moon ties into your mother somehow. It's like this upside down energy. When Cancer goes toxic, they go real fucking toxic. And I think it was infused into you through your mother. And with the Capricorn in your sun, you've become very committed, or at least you were for a long period, right? Very committed to that punishment, punishing yourself even in her absence, continuing her work for her. And then with a Virgo rising, it has a lot to do with you being or entering into a space of being meticulous about how you're going to correct what you've now identified. But you continue to revert back there because there's parts of your moon that are still hidden from you that are rooted in your mother. She's very toxic. Was that good? Was that good? Okay. Pisces sun, Cap moon, rising Venus in Taurus, Mars in Leo, Leo North Node. Ooh. Joanne. Okay, when you love something, you get very bullheaded in it. You get very, very bullheaded, uh, bordering on controlling. But depending on who it is that you're with, they might like it because they feel taken care of. But if it's someone like a Sagittarius, they're going to be like, oh, hell no, it's too much. But see, with your Mars and Leo North Node, that Mars and Leo, you're very external in your anger. Like you could be like, oh no. That doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be belligerent, but you will put on a show when you get angry. Um, but see, the Pisces sun, it makes you very sensitive, and then you become very like, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. So they probably would need to take it way, way, way too far for you, for that Pisces sun to be like, no, don't say anything, don't cause trouble. Ooh, when you're mad, you're gonna ram them with your horns. You're gonna ram them with love, but I mean, you're still gonna use your horns. They're gonna get tangled up in those horns. And then with a Cap Moon, you have a lot of that drive, the commitment to whatever you get triggered to do. I think for you, it has a lot to do with triggering, but you're very like hidden in the way you do it. Not, I wouldn't say secretive and I wouldn't say manipulative. I would say you're very discreet. Unless, of course, again, they take it too far. Because if they take it too far, that Mars and Leo, the way you war with them is going to be very visible. They're not going to be able to deny that. Let's see. Oh, this is fun. I don't know if it actually ties in with astrology, though. I don't know. Ooh, Rosie. Oh my gosh. Aries rising, Pisces sun, Gemini moon, Aries Venus. You are very devoted. I don't know who you are. You're very devoted. You're very, very loyal. You're a very, very loyal person. And with this, with the Aries rising, and then you also have the Aries Venus, you got to make sure that you don't allow yourself to be triggered by others. I feel like you're the type of person who can be manipulated by others because of your loyalty. Like they'll have you fight their wars and battles for them. With that Gemini moon, though, it's like I love that Gemini moon because you're very nonchalant and you're not giving enough. I think that can balance it out. But Gemini moon, Gemini energy can just be a lot of shit talking. But then you have the Pisces sun, right? And a lot of people will be drawn to you because of the charm of Gemini. A lot of people will be drawn to you. You have to be careful who you give your loyalty to, though. That Pisces sun gives you like this mystical vibe. And so there's going to be a lot of people who will be drawn to you with the Pisces and the Gemini. They'll be drawn to you, but they might also be using you. Pisces sun, Gemini moon, it's like Pisces sun, Gemini moon, it's like you're at odds with yourself, because those are like really opposites. My husband is a Gemini and I'm a Pisces, and it's like literal opposites for everything. Everything. So like you always have the devil and the angel, one on each shoulder, and you're very torn. The sense that I get from you, very torn, but you're very fiery, but you temper that fire, and you almost bring it down to a like a dying ember for most people, because you don't think that people can handle it. They need to see more of who you are, because who you are, it's you have the capacity to balance all of this. Gemini moon, because it's two-faced, you can see in opposite directions at the same time. So you can gain the type of clarity where you can see 360, and then you add in the empathic, intuitive nature of Pisces, and then you can make it a very passionate thing with the Aries rising. You have a lot of potentiality. You have a lot of potentiality that I'm picking up. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just using my intuition to read people. I gotta stop. I gotta go, guys. I just started something. I gotta go. Maybe we can do a live stream where I'm just focused on doing that so that I could get over my astrology blockage because I have major astrology blockage. Goddess code. Okay, this is the last. Sag, Sun and Rising, Pisces Moon, Venus is Scorpio, Mars in Libra, Gemini, North Node. People will never see it coming. Is it on point, Rosie? Awesome. Goddess code. Okay, you are charismatic AF and you have this very deep hidden divinity inside you. Venus in Scorpio, I mean, hey. But that Mars and Libra, like you be fighting people sitting on a fence, girl. Pick a fucking side. You got that fence giving you a West Coast wedgie. You fighting people sitting on a fence trying to bring everyone into a space of center. When in reality, what's happening, I'm telling you, Libra can be so poorly treated. And they just like, you're leaning me too much to one side. Let me get centered again. Like, you take your stick and you start swinging. Take two sticks, swing them on both sides. I'm saying it's that Pisces moon. So it takes a lot to get you really, really angry. So, okay, if Gemini is in North Node, that would mean like what? Scorpio is in South Node. I don't know how I know this. Is that true? I'm just guessing. Okay. Is that true? Okay. You just have a lot of energies. Here's the thing. You allow people to think and to witness you as existing in a superficial manner, like just the surface levels, but you have a depth with you that goes real deep, and you don't let people get that far because you're afraid they'll drown. You know, you don't have to come up for air, but you also have this other aspect of yourself that you just really don't show anyone. I see you. You have the capacity to reach a depth that most people would be crushed by, but you're afraid to let that show simply because a lot of what's going to happen when you let that show is that your Mars in Libra gets very activated. It's like, now fuck, you got to fight both sides because nobody is seeing what's happening. And I blame it on the Sagittarius. I blame it on the Sagittarius and the Gemini. Wishy-washy motherfucking energies. Yeah. Yes. They're just so charismatic that once you disagree with someone, it's like the moment you disagree, they're so accustomed to you being charismatic and accommodating all their little moments of fuckery. They're like, ew, what's wrong with you? Nothing. You're the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm not blaming Sagittarius. I'm talking about the energy of it. So it's this thing of people don't want to hear the reality of what you're seeing with clarity, because you can see it from a very deep level, but then they're like, but you're always charming. Like, what is this about? You're just having a bad day and you're taking it out on me. And it's like, no, I'm not taking it out on you. I'm just sick and tired of your stupidity. And they're like, oh my God, God is good. And then you should just be like, what? Venus in Scorpio, biatch. Right? People don't let you say what you want to say because, well, no, You don't let yourself say what you want to say because you know people can't handle it, because you're over there with your Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Sag, and you're all confused in the way you're using your energy. I'm just saying, take a stick, put a silicone hand on the end of that stick, and that way you can slap some sense into them from a distance. You don't even have to get off your fence. I gotta go. I gotta go. We'll play this game again sometime soon. I gotta get going. Work is starting. You guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Stop trying to fix things. Stop. Make a decision of whether my daughter said you read me for film. No, hey, whoa, goddess code. Goddess code. Oh, see, I love it too, blissful. My daughter said you read me for film. No, boo. I love grimy. I love grimy. It's like, grimy, right? Right. So I don't think you're filthy though. I think that you have the capacity to reach depths of grime, to grind out a lot of that unpolishedness, right? Sometimes when you have that grime and then you get a little bit of that that sediment, because you go so deep that you're touching sediment, you put those two together, you have a polish. You have the capacity to polish people. Is that sexual? Oh, shit. I don't know. I'm not into pop culture and I don't do pop culture vernacular. I'm speaking in terms of lapidary. I have a feeling that someone is going to think that I'm talking about something sexual. Y'all are perverts. I am not. I'm talking about lapidary stuff. So you have the capacity to polish people off because you can get as grimy as it needs to be, and you add some of that sediment from your depth, you put them together, and you just wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, and you can help them get polished. But you're not going to do that sitting on a fence. That's a problem. That's the problem. The problem is that you sit on the fence and then you have that Gemini action of like just saying what people want to hear. Yo, I've been married to Gemini for 24 years. He says whatever the fuck you want to hear. I ask him, hey, can you do blah, blah, blah? And he's like, yes. A couple hours later, hey, have you done blah, blah, blah? No. But I asked you to and you said yes. I will. No, you won't. No, you won't. You fucking Gemini. Don't tell me yes if you mean no. Yeah, no. Gemini has a tendency to say whatever you want to hear. But that's because they love you. If they don't love you, good luck with that. They don't have time to humor you. Good luck with that. I'm just saying. Yes, a lot of your energies clash. So I got to go. Love you guys. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.